Man Thomas, fresh off an impressive 2-homer performance, he'll look to keep that momentum going today. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. First pitch coming your way next. The man Thomas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Glove side, but it gets through. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. And the streak lives on. He keeps getting closer and closer to the record. There isn't a pitcher in the league who can solve him right now.
It's absolutely amazing, Boog. It seems there's no end in sight, and this is transcending baseball. We're talking almost 2 straight months with a hit every game. To get this close to the record, I want to see this thing happen, and it brings the kind of excitement to the sport that very few records do. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And fouled off. Base hit right field. Flying around third is Cruz. Safe. He beats it.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. I think one of my favorite things about Nola is his consistency, Boog. I mean, we talk about his strikeout numbers and everything else, but the fact he's able to produce the way he does, start after start, makes him a valuable piece for any team he plays for.
Thomas at third, Betts at first, one gone. Pitch misses there, 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings through it for the K. Man him out front for strike 3. Here's Jose Ramirez. There's a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in, you got to try to get another 1 or maybe 2.
Nola fires. Hard hit right side. Throws to first. They limit the damage here. They get a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Dodgers 1 and the D-backs coming up. All set for the start of the inning. Stepping in, the long ball threat, the man Thomas.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come 1 at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Thomas, in his 5th season, hitting 3rd in the lineup, and he's a former National League MVP. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That'll fire up the dugout. His 73rd home run of the season, and they cut into the lead. It's 7-2. 8 straight games with a home run.
Well, tie in some great hitters at the plate. Griffey, Mattingly, Dale Long. This is just impressive.
Singy, this one got out of here in a hurry. Let's take a look at it again with StatCast.
Well, 116 miles per hour off the bat is just absolutely crushed. We knew that, seeing it with our eyes, but the number, incredible. And, Boog, you know, only a handful of players are capable of putting up those numbers.
Man at first, one away. Line drive. Carter pulls it down, and there's 2 down.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
The man Thomas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's already homered in this game. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal your bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone?
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
That one ripped. Ranging back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only 1 out.
And he hammered that to straightaway center field. It's a deep part of the ballpark. Tell you what, that wind is blowing straight in. Got to be a big man if you're going to go through the wind of that part of the park. It just knocked that ball down.
Marinaccio, 34-year-old vet. He joined the team as a free agent. Here comes a pitch. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. Another homer. His 74th home run of the season. It's 15-6.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Runner at first with 2 away. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. 0 for 4 with 3 groundouts and a strikeout. He's got it. Ball game. And the Diamondbacks take this one in a blowout. Thomas had a great showing in this game despite the team's loss. Cracked a pair of homers.
I'll tell you, I was excited every time he came up. Even though he couldn't lift them to a win, he really made an impact. Great job in this one.
The man Thomas, the star of the show, getting ready to showcase his skills on the diamond. So 2 down, and up next for Los Angeles, the man Thomas.
And all anyone can think about right now is his chase for that hitting streak record.
Ripped on a line to center. And that is that. Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. Thomas, a former Cy Young Award winner. He features a 4-seam fastball, a 2-seamer, a sinker, a splitter, and he works in a slider. Next offering is fouled back. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day to my mom.
Yes, happy Mom's Day.
1-1-1.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. One up, one down.
Yep, he's out.
Lonnie Hester stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Foul ball there. The wind of the pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball, still 0-2.
Well, having such a tough time putting him away. 6 foul balls in a row. Man, what a battle.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Strikes him out with 101.
Absolutely dotted the edge of the zone right there. That was a tough battle, man. So to make a really quality pitch and just catch him looking like that, it's got to feel good out there on the mound. That was a fun at bat to watch.
2 out, space is empty.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3. Back here at Chase Field, bottom of the second. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Michael Toglia. And a first offering a fastball for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Toglia launched a homer in his most recent game. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
One out, base is empty. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 2.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Here's Josh Naylor.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning.
Well, he's saying who needs the defense? An immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the catcher, Agustin Ramirez. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
You come into the game knowing that Unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Cruz makes the catch for the out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jordan Lawler. 6 hits in the series, 2 of them for home runs. Lawler in his 6th season, 27 years old, a former first-round pick in 2021. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball. Still tied at 0, last of the 3rd. That's towards center. Cruz heads towards it. He's got it. 2 away now.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Drew Jones. Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour. Late on that fastball.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Struck him out. He says, I don't care about draft rounds. Take a seat. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Home run number 75 on the year. It's 2-0. 9 consecutive games with a home run.
They'll just dialed in at the dish right now. 9 games in a row. That's just unthinkable. Congrats to him.
Thomas back to work. That one fouled off.
You know, these D-backs just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Snags it for the 2nd out.
Oh, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Carroll with some impressive production lately.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time. You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Registers the punch out and hits 101. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Michael Tolia. That one in triple digits. got him swinging.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so impressive, not walking anyone. I mean, this guy's just going right after hitters, filling up the strike zone, and it looks like hitters, they're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
Next offering is in for a strike. And down on strikes. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And, you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Next offering is fouled back.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Struck him out without a swing. And he strikes out the side for the 5th time today. Incredible. So 5 perfect innings in the books. It's the Dodgers. Runner at second here, 1 gone. That's hard hit on the line. Makes the grab, 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Bottom of the 6th inning. And here's the catcher, Agustin Ramirez. Ramirez measures 6 feet even, 28 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Jordan Lawler stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Great catch, foul ground up against the wall.
now batting, left field,
Now up next for Arizona, Drew Jones. His first at-bat was a strikeout. Fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their time.
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. And the Diamondbacks. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Thomas back to work. Hit on the ground to the right side. Steps on first for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And first offering is fouled off. The Diamondbacks yet to pick up a hit here. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. fouled off, and they'll do it again.
You know, he's been so great today, really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 down, bases empty. This is Corbin Carroll. Late swing, foul to the left. Swing and a ball popped up. Paris corrals it. That is the inning. The perfection continues. And next for LA, the man Thomas. He's already homered here in this one. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a pair. It's 6-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
Tolia now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour. Swings and misses, and he adds another strikeout to the pile. 14 now. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what he's working with, and that really allows a guy to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's K number 15 in the ball game. He's really dealing. And now it's Josh Naylor. 0 for 2 in this one. That's in there. It's 0-1.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Two down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. It's an immaculate inning. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch clock into the game, what was your first thought?
Well, I thought that these guys were going to have a very difficult time to be able to regroup after each pitch and be ready to execute some type of plan at the plate, and even for pitchers on the mound.
That's out to center field. Cruz sizes this one up, and there's one down. And now 2 outs away from history.
Well, I hope he gets this done. I mean, this is the kind of feat that can define a career. Hard not to root for him at this point.
Lawler at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. Swings through that. One of the things, though, that we've seen that is kind of a thread really in every sport. These are the elite players, and so they adjust, and they've done a great job adjusting.
Absolutely, and just you tip your cap to these guys because not an easy adjustment, but they look like they've been doing it their entire lives.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Smith hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
26 up and 26 down. 1 more out for a perfect game. This is awesome, Boog.
On the verge of baseball history here, and certainly one of the most dominating pitching performances we've seen. Everyone locked in right now. Off the mark there. Ball 2. The D-backs with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9. And there's a foul ball. They're down to their final strike.
Boog, I'll tell you right now, every player defensively on their toes like never before.
Swing and a miss. Got him. A perfect ending to a perfect game.
just unbelievable. I was nervous up here in the booth. I can only imagine what his teammates and even he felt out there on the mound closing this thing out. Everyone will remember this perfect game, and it'll be
Ready to go now? Here's Nico Horner.
The second baseman, Nico Horner.
Popped up. Smith settles underneath it. He's there. He's got it. One up, one down. So one out, nobody on. And now Wade Meckler. Trying to bunt his way on. On the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out. Two down, bases empty. Digging in, Spencer Torkelson. Base knock, center field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
The 1-1 on the ground. Throws to first, and that is that. The A's strand one. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Back after this on the show. So a man at first, and now the man Thomas.
Not only can he hit the cover off the ball, he's got a great eye as well.
That one ripped. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Coming home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. And we're back. Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Bunted back towards the pitcher. Got him on the off-balance throw. And they get Mullins for the out.
Well, I'm pretty sure he took a look around the infield to see where they were playing before laying that one down. And everyone was playing back. You assume that's going to be a pretty easy knock, but he just couldn't put it down in the right spot to allow him to beat that out. Maybe the right idea, but he just couldn't pull it off.
Quan flashes the leather on the run and catch. Now the A's designated hitter, Nick Kurtz. Swung on, belted. Kowser going back to the warning track, makes the catch. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Now here is Kyle Teal. And that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Against good pitchers, you've got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't miss a stitch.
And now the right fielder, Jacob Berry. And down on strikes he goes. Now one away.
Oh, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike three. Doesn't get the call. Bears down. Throws another quality pitch for the strikeout.
And a base hit up the middle. The throw in. The tag out.
Hey, as a former center fielder, I'm feeling pretty good right now. That's an excellent job by this guy to come up throwing and deliver a strike to third base. Now, for the offense, that's a tough one to swallow because you never want to lose a runner in scoring position by making it out at third base.
Runner at first with two away. Here's the left fielder, Wade Meckler. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in game one of this three-game set. Goes down looking. No runs on two hits, no errors, and one man left. We move on to the bottom of inning number three. No score. Two aboard, two outs. And that is out of play. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. A towering shot, and they lead it. It's 3-0. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? But a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Start of the fourth at the plate. Spencer Torkelson. And a seed into center. That's a base hit.
The third baseman, number 1.
Raul Asensio getting ready to hit. Torkelson gets his lead at first with nobody out. That to right. Kowser moving under it. And puts the squeeze on that one. One down.
Now back, the center fielder,
Cedric Mullins up next for the A's. On the ground, could be two. There's one. Throw to first, but he beat it. Man at first. Colson Montgomery digs in now.
Montgomery.
The Athletics trailing by 3. Top half of inning number 4. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Now back, designated hitter, Nick.
First and second, 2 outs. Kurtz now at the plate. That one lifted to left. Kwan makes the catch, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit, 2 left. And midway in the fourth, it's the Dodgers 3 and the A's nothing. Back here in L.A., all set for the start of the inning. Now it's going to be Kyle Teal. Lined, and that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Jacob Berry, the next to hit.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Line drive. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
One of the first real jams of the game for him, Boog. Back-to-back singles to start the inning, and he's had a real solid outing, but he needs to lock this situation down if he wants it to stay that way.
So the batting order turns over. So here's Horner now. First and second, no outs. And we're at the top of the 5th. And that'll load the bases.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Wade Meckler.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
bunting, gets it down to first. Low. He comes home with it. And that's all they'll get. Spencer Torkelson up next for the A's.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Bunts it back towards the pitcher. Comes home with it for one. To first, double play. The old Lawrence Welk. A 1, a 2, a 3, and that'll do it.
You can never assume the double play. He goes home to cut off that run, and then the catcher makes a nice throw to first to end the inning.
Runner at second, 2 down. And first offering is fouled off. Thomas went off for 2 homers in his last game. Yeah, that's fouled off. Kopech deals. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. The relay tries to get back, but he can't. The throw hangs him out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the third baseman, Raul Asensio. In the air, left field. Kwan settles under it. Makes the catch for the out. And there's one away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Cedric Mullins up next for the A's. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first, and they get Mullins for the out.
Well, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
So 2 down. Colson Montgomery up next for the A's. Montgomery, 28 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Now that's the designated hitter, Nick.
And next is the designated hitter, Nick Kurtz. Two outs. That one the other way. Over to Albies. That's out number 3. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Dodgers 5 and the A's nothing. And we're back. Top of inning number 7. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Kyle Teal. This one in the air.
I got it. Mine.
Albies pulls it down, and a quick out, number 1.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
1 down. Now here is Jacob Berry. High fly ball down the left field line. That one's back there. And that ball is out of here. His first homer of the year, and they close the gap. It's 5-1.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Nico Horner will come up to hit.
Nico Horner.
One out, base is empty. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Thomas under it. Nabs it. And there are 2 outs. Base is empty with 2 away. Next up for the A's, Wade Meckler. That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Dodgers 5 and the A's 1. So bases all loaded up. Thomas getting ready to hit. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Swing and a drive, deep right field. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul.
Yeah, he's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
This one is blasted. A no-doubter. Grand slam. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack on to their lead. It's 10-1.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those 2 things feed off one another. Well, he comes through big time with the grand slam here, but you also got to give some credit to the guys ahead of him. Good at bats to get on base and really set the table for a very special moment in this one.
This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singy, you grew up in the Bay Area. Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
Yeah, I love the A's lineup. I mean, guys like Ricky Henderson, Dave Kingman, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you just go on and on. Tony Armas. Just some tremendous rosters back then. And I loved as a kid getting on the BART train, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, pulling up right there to the stadium and then going in and watching the game.
And that one hops the wall. Torkelson on his way to third. The relay throw. Safe. And that's his 3rd hit.
The first baseman, number 1.
Raul Asensio up next for the A's.
This is the classic manufacturing a run situation. A runner at third, less than 2 outs, and a golden opportunity to bring him home.
Got him looking. And 1 out now.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was...
And that one hit to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
Well, a run comes across the score right there, but defensively, when you have a lead like this late in the ball game, you're counting outs. Nice job of simply just trading a run for an out.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Now at the plate, Nick Kurtz. The pitch. Line drive. That's a base hit. And now 2 aboard. Montgomery rounds second, heads for third. Not in time. He's safe.
Now back, catcher, Kyle.
So digging in, Kyle Teal. Right through there, got it. They limit the damage here. And now the center fielder, the man Thomas. Lifted to left center. Way back there, and that is gone. And he's gone yard again. That's his third home run of the game. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 14-2. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one.
That's towards center. Thomas pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one down. Back to the top of the order. Nico Horner up next for the A's. On the ground right side. Albies over to first in time. The A's down to their final out. Wade Meckler up next for the A's. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers slug their way to a win in this one. Thomas really stood out.